Guys, today we're going to look at a problem. Find if a given input string is a palindrome and reverse the input string. So we have chosen this two problem to solve in the same manner. It uses the same solution, and let's get into the problem quickly. What is palindrome? So palindrome is if the input string is like MADAM, so the output should be like, if you take this fifth position, which is last, so it should come to the first position, and 5 4 3 2 1. If you see, when you reverse that characters in a string, the output should remain the same. So this kind of strings we call it as palindrome. And like, even it is odd or even, whenever you reverse it, you would end up getting the same output. So like, how we can do this one is, we can check, like, put in a character array, get each elements. If you see this MADAM, so we can start from the I position and compare it with this last element and check if this both are not same. Right away you just return it, this is not a palindrome, and go to the next position. If this is same, then go to the second element, which is A, and the length is length L minus 1, right? This is I here, and this is I plus 1. So if you do this way, you check this element and the last but one element. If both are not same, the characters are not same, right away you just say this is not a palindrome. So this is what the solution, and the output would be like written true or false. So I'll come to this reverse string. It's also same, uses the same, like we're going to swap the elements. Instead of like, you're just comparing it, but here we'll swap it. Like, in the position of D, you'll going to put A. In the position of A, you'll put it D. So this is how you just swap it. So it just uses the same concept. Here we swap it. Here we just check if this element is same or not. So coming to our coding, so I have written a method, is palindrome input string. So this is the exit condition. If input equal to null or is empty, just return false, and if it is length is 1, return true. So why I have this is an extra exit condition, right? We know if any element, like if a single character is given, so this is always palindrome, right? So that is the reason. And even if you reverse this string, the output would be the same. So we don't want to do for the single character, so that you can ignore it. You can have this as a question, and you can put it into the exit condition. And let's come to the coding. So I have converted the string into a character array, and I'm comparing it. I'm going to loop through this characters until by 2 have given, so that I don't want to run the loop. If this character is 5 by 2, I would get only 2. So I would only compare MADB. I will not touch this D element. Because this is an odd scenario, right? This middle element, we don't have to be bothered. So if it is even scenario, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. So here you have to compare it every elements, and the string length is 8. So divided by 2 is like 4. So until 4, you have to run a iterations. So why we are saying complexity n is because we might run iteration only 4 and until this mid, but we are checking every elements in an array. So this would end up in time complexity of n. So that's where, like, I have ended up till this mid of this array, by 2 have taken it, and I'm checking the first element. If it is of not equal to the last element, then straightforward just return false. You do it until this for loop. So if any of this false condition is returned, if A, M, if this is same, so that won't execute, right? It will come back to the second iteration. So in second iteration is going to compare. So it's both are same, it won't execute this condition, and it will end up coming here and it will return the false. So return the true, sorry. So this is the coding. And for reverse string, we just have to just do a swap. So it's the same exit condition, you can have it, and for loop character array, I'm converting it and I'm just swapping it. Here I have taken into a temp, variable. So if you see it like the temp character I've created, I'm taking the first element in the temp and replacing the last element. So what it would do is that the temp would become m, and the last character, take this example a b c d, right? So a, so and I would become d, and the last element, so that is length, just take it, so that would be, we are putting temp into a. So this is how we're going to do till end of this iteration. So the next I plus 2 is b, we're going to put it into temp, and in place of b, that is I plus 1, we're going to put l minus 1, right? That is c. We're going to put c in the scenario of I plus 1, and then we'll replace I plus this last element, so that is l minus 1 equal to temp, that is b. So it's just a swapping between the elements, so we'll be keep doing it. So don't confuse with this l, I've just taken the length of the array, right? So the last element I've considered it as l. So hope it's easy to understand. Thank you guys.